We're here in Paris. I've just set up my office for the day. ETHCC is somewhere in that direction. Not sure where exactly it is. We're standing in front of some Roman-looking ruins. And where is the alpha? We're looking for alpha.
Alpha? No, it's zeta. Zeta is the last letter for alphabet.
Alpha is the edge that knowledgeable investors have, the insights or strategies that generate superior returns. But let's be real, finding that alpha isn't a walk in the park. Attending even top-tier conferences like ETHCC doesn't exactly guarantee you'll stumble upon it. You need a strategy. Just showing up won't cut it either. It's crucial to be critical, to sift through the noise and find the signals. But separating the shillers from the builders can be a tall order in a sea of over 300 side events and presentations. And while the sheer breadth of options can be overwhelming, it's also the beauty of these conferences. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet of knowledge and networking where there's something for everyone. In today's video, we're here to give you a leg up. We've distilled the key insights from the builders, the founders, the developers, and even the hackers at this conference. We're laying out a clear, concise 5-step guide on how to find alpha at any crypto conference you attend. So buckle up, we're diving in.
How do you cut through the noise and find the alpha?
Speak to as many people as you can. I mean, we're all here for the same reasons, right?
Go to events, talk to people, go to side events, slide into people's DMs, just ask questions.
Crypto is happening, on-chain is happening, it's happening this summer. I think that's the alpha. Like, it's here, it's time, it's on-chain summer. Like, let's freaking go.
Probably look at like layer 2s that don't have a token yet. Not financial advice.
Where's the alpha?
In private Telegram group chats.
Engaging in deep conversations with the different actors that you have here. That means that you have access to great folks in these conferences. They're like here at your reach. But before you engage in a conversation with them, I would advise that you respect their work and study it deeply so that they'll be in a position that's likely, they'll be in a position to give you an alpha eventually.
Where's the alpha?
I'm the alpha. Sounds a bit bold, but it's true.
If you could give one tip to people who are joining for the first time, what would it be? How do they find the alpha?
Look for like laying around QR codes, scan everything just to see what it might give you. Some of them have like airdrops and stuff.
Finding alpha is just having a casual chat, making sure you organize your time to meet the different people, building either applications, working on protocols, spending time with VCs when you can or when you have something to build. I think the alpha is just being part of the ecosystem and being open and helping people when you can, connecting them to some other people, attending the conference as well.
Go with the flow. Like, you actually don't need to. You need to pre-plan somewhat, but keep some space for spontaneous conversations, dinners, vibes, and do something, not just going to talks, but try to interact into workshops, build something, you get together, like really do something you can't do online that you have to do in person.
When you drop an audio file into your editor and you see a really wide band of audio, it means that you have a lot of peaks, which means you have a lot of background noise, right? So when you look at that, it's really hard to tell the difference between like the audio you intended to capture, the actual content, the quality, right? The signal, and the noise. But when you drop in a piece of audio that's like really well mastered and doesn't have any background noise, it's like really small and lean and all the content is there, right? It's a clean signal. That's what I mean by signal to noise ratio. You know, there's only so much information we can digest every day, so much attention we have every day. So if you surround yourself with people who are smarter than you, working on better projects, thinking about things in new ways, you're only gonna create a cleaner signal.
There's so much tooling in crypto that makes it possible for you to create. You will learn so much more by creating something or building something than by just talking to people or by just attending events. And so I'd say like focus your energy on finding the things that you're interested in and using the talks and the side events to learn about that. And maybe build some relationships, because I think relationships are important, but then also like don't lose sight of the fact that building is the single most important way you can learn, and the single most important way you can have an impact.
Clearly, finding alpha at conferences like ETHCC requires one to actually be present. But it's not that clear-cut. You're certainly not going to be spoon-fed any alpha by this lot. So in order, here are the 5 steps to finding alpha at crypto conferences. Number 1, know your interests. The cryptoverse is a vast and varied space. You can get dragged into a number of rabbit holes, from DeFi protocols to NFTs and from scalability to privacy solutions. So know which projects interest you the most. It's also important to divide your time between the main stage, the booths, and the endless talks and side events. So figure out what you're interested in and double down on it. Number 2, do your homework, come prepared. It's not enough to know the price action history of BTC or have some debunked knowledge on super cycles and rainbow charts. Look into the founders, the background, and the roadmaps of projects that you're interested in. Research the speakers and the talking points, which are often published in advance. Then you'll have a solid base-level understanding of the conversations you're about to engage in, and hopefully maximize your chances of finding alpha. Number 3, ask clear questions. And no, please sir, may I have some alpha is not the point. Frame your questions precisely, concisely, and be direct. You're not there to lecture people, but to learn. Number 4, network. This year there were 300 side events at ETHCC. That's a lot. Go to them, chat to people at the talks and the after parties and the panel discussions, buy people a beer at the side events, get chatty. Alpha is everywhere. I even had a great chat about strategy consulting with a gentleman while we leaned over one of the balconies at the La Degen after party, with an aerial acrobatics show in the background. Number 5, stay connected. One of the more cynical yet effective pieces of advice is that if you're lucky enough, you'll get invited to a private Telegram alpha group. These private groups often provide information and insights among the ranks. But do beware, expecting something for nothing is folly. You should take all that research and homework that you've been doing and contribute to discussions. So there you have it, a 5-step process to maximizing your odds of finding alpha at ETHCC or indeed any conference. So thank you for watching and stay defiant.